station. Live, digital, and on your smartphone. The radio is hot. The music is hot.
Baba.
Nomi sana bosabre me moha e mo akwaba ya tena se wie ye ba be din komo ye entertainment review e proposal me de to so ye do back na mo mpo mo te sen de bibia bakọ de ye nkomo de fa art ni entertainment ho ni atena se kwesi abo age me ba be di ho e ye chame na o ba bete me nka e fi sabre ya kopimbe se no nine mo ho ye de se mo edi wi aka mo nso hwe Easter no ye wi o ye wi na ko send ye Messi jeja show sa hodo a wo ko ye sika nyina asa ana still e bi ho cash man cash woman e bi di asa e bi nso di e da ho no mo ta so ta chese e bo ho no mo ebi ye wedding ebi ye ebi ye convention ebi ko beach just say amanfo bebre ye mu bi so dia just say e fie shesa ye koya ya ba ye nyina ya bro pepe Enti we ya chance Kwesi Abuagye me ne me pamfo ye ba bedin ko ye ba behani e koso art and entertainment. Aha. Na wante men kan ho bedo asuko submarine. Na me nya fans a. Ada Roman kwani ahodin wo ya san ba. Accra, Ghana. Na say a man for say any am across your TikTok. Almost your montias, almost say ubehuna a nedia to say niama your social media, say TikTok app no so. Me ankasa say me my intimate that me need to make course na. Almost say ubehuna a man titru na chese sisi ade honum na manfo a chance ne ye blue film. When in blue film. It's since no mu pornography. Chese a manfo yi ho saa ne ensem a say niam ekoso no. Ya na mabonkoda no ho ban why. Yesi awadefo nyina no omo so omo ye bi live no omo yi omo ho omo to ho ni wo menu fu chese na me se mo amope ewi ase no enche bi ebesai munim akaka kra na ewi ase ase bebi amode kwedi ese mo be me rade bofu gamo ma enyo kakra ansa na ba de mu ye wo TikTok de me rade ni bofu mo ase ewi ase na sia ase Sodom and Gomorrah enu bia na musumu ye mebo enche mo me wi asna say asena kam no mienu na.
Tune it in, turn it up,
Peace FM,
and rip off the knob.
So studio no han say komo no ye hyasie wie ye komo no titru na wie pese ye gina gospel industry no gospel nyom to no na enkomo aye ba be die fa ye gospel industry no ho egina set gospel foi dodo na wo mu fi asori fie na mpere bebere no mo de so bo de bo asori no ana ne omo kan se wo ma dwuma ya wo mu ye ya no mo pie obi obeso o mase. In fact uba eye enyum to dwuma na ye bi e friend no record label entimi fans a company bia yate na wodi sika wodi ahoden wodi ni nimde na wodi supporto gospel ana enyum to dwuma no na gospel for na ya na mpere bebre no na wo mo de ne ho akwakoye din ho asem akwakoye din kakra wo mu nya aboafo wo mu fi asori ni be use gospel for ya be use o mo sa e ba so o be support o mo craft na edwuma mo ye na akwakoye bibia ho nom sei na nansen mu de akwakoye me se ansori na hodo no emududo na no wo mo ebiebie ne friend record label ibi eno ama yenua gospel nyum tuni baako ako social media na watwro ensembe biri ye di gina so titu ne ye di aye nkomodie ninsem ya watwro ye na ye di aye nkomodie about a record label yi insodi adaw masisi ade me fan say you can't say enibi aba enibi aba mo mo so mo ti ase ma omo titi company CB a record label you on the beboa gospel anyum to 42 so omo mu fi omo ye asode a oni omo ati gospel so omo ati record label idea and you team say gospel nyum to no pen omo the beboa because me nya sure say senia gospel foi any Christopher tie omo bi record label a omo the beboa omo fam boa ma chidede fam boa kudwentwi in fact the beboa gospel for ya na se omo so ko asode on tinka se omo timi bo bia na omo the beboa gospel anyum to phone pe well so in your gospel nyum tuni akase brimpon na ninsemo a watchro akase brimpon se watchro say Ghana's gospel music industry is on the verge of soaring. We are about to witness a phenomenal turn of event within our space. Back in 2018, I spoke about the involvement of the church in the Ghanaian gospel music space. Since the church is the biggest consumer of gospel music and the one producer of gospel musicians, it was expedient the church superintendents over the production and promotion of the art from music and the welfare of the players, that's musicians within the space. Again, the church has the capacity to scale up things in terms of production and promotion of the art from music, which is much needed in our space. It is in 2023, and the Ghanaian church has risen to the occasion. I am hearing about churches starting record labels, and I'm heart leaps for joy. I know they are sure them say at but starting record labels just at TMHCI, at ICGC Christ, at the Keepers House GH, and at HCITE Hila, that's starting record labels. I believe it's a catalyst for the much needed growth we've longed for. It's a great time to be alive. Congratulations to the churches on the turf. Let's play ball. So gospel nyumtuni akese brimpom studio no hanum saying ewie wa transfer me man akwaba na bro fu ya wa twere na no one more ani ntimi enti ase akese akwaba
eya yenia
na boko de
adom ne huma bro egusu kakra
ye da sisi wie nso wa ba be sra ye tu ensa frɛ o ya wetimi abanya mi sha pa
eja opanyi tu ensa frɛ na se wampie dia ne asem na pa ma ho
da se meni so papa. So my church nsem no ba waka brofu ya wo kan nyina no ye bia ye ntini a wo kan ase se wo kyerɛkyerɛ mu a san pa na pesa wo kan
em said the wasi kan aka no gospel ye kan gospel music a work Ghana ha no a now share the history of gospel music yen share da enya bodies aye enyuma
okay
establishments are more invested into gospel music no ye share back in the day ananka ye were producers me fan say eja ya saponum time no na producers executive producers omo ankra omo di music share
Dr. Sekwame Despati Big Ben no omo di music share production of gospel music Bandex and
those times they say oh fefa na wo ye enyoma na wo di chini omo so omo ni ji ho a na eja omo aboa no producer ade na omo no so aye a distribute na profit sharing ni ade abem enti na model omo operate no sadie no na digitization e buy and be disrupted sa business model ni nyina sesi ano CD yenton bio pen drive crown so twem sesi a digital distribution ni ade enti ama music I can say more
business for internet no so
abeye for internet
right
ama producers na omontisa no mayase nyina no omoja nyum produce especially gospel no na gospel musicians from me fan said yeah time yi ba ya me pen so yi ye na individually na ye sika hyehyehye enyum yi mu a bedru sadia ya bedrui na me hwe sadia ye ya sa gospel music na ba ha be influence yen fan say be say Ron Kenoli num nyom Domoy num ene Darlene Sheik na omnyom ba ha be influence yen o hwa omo nyina no were signed to record labels Integrity Music ana sa adwuma kuo no edisika hye ade na omo yenim yes ye bias ye ha na ye hu bi sa Nigeria ana me fan say na ye hu bi e wa Africa ha Love World Records sa record label no sorry Pastor Chris sorry Christ Embassy onum dia na sa record label no Sinach was bi Ada was so Frank Edwards Bucci omunko anomo en fan say A-list gospel musicians be 10 Nigeria sorry no push you modru sa level na ye hwesenka nyame ebebi kwan na bibi sanso edru Ghana because we share Ghana music na ye push ye edru baby ama contemporary gospel cry at a point that we need artist of the year. I just say your boy and modern, but investment into your cycles no na a lucky. Until 5 years ago, and minya kunya engage about record labels ne the music business ne how the business structure is like. And I mean make some assertion be say yen hano say and sorry no eti record label the pia gospel musicians and the gospel music wa Ghana ha nyame boa gospel music from Ghana no ebe blue 5 years on and I mean who say ICGC also for tabula sorry sorry they said the Makers House House of Penny Dr. Bodinyame Chedano and Harvest Chapel and so also for Fitzgerald Odonko Keepers Chapel and so also for Obin and so Edano and I made it said there's one in Family Chapel almost almost starting Family Chapel in Sukumase na enke for an sorry ne be 6 and almost started I put it together a record label na me share the way our record labels eti boa e pushing music na me share said the Ghana had talents near Diegu Hana. They can only project and say we are on the verge of something phenomenal. I just say nyame e boya gospel music e free Ghana no. And sorry na somuno e be ko achire. Enti ubisa me na si chire na no.
Okay, so but me person busa bibi kakra hanum si. The antina mususu se ana mo presse en so no e baba e wom se ne a wo chire mu si yes I say omo no the omo no munya mfa so pa fi gospel nyum to adwuma. But then tina mo kan and I don't tell me bisa sa na here. There are some record labels and Uber Integrity, for instance. I mean, some record labels are one more hanum senior, and yeah, so then a tea. ABI Universal, no my the Christian side. MSS Spira said, yeah, no my the Christian side of the record label.
Yeah.
So ki wedi di hanoma ABI nyaminum enkwa. So there are some companies and there are some even labels. So in France, okay, fine. Very notably, Nancy Bia to say Bia Links. I didn't even print Namon Kasuki well. Links. I didn't know yet a beer. A part of my label, no swa. Modebua gospel for to say near beer. Make can say Bia. I bet me if I say invest Ibia no matter on my side of gospel Bia, BBC Bia Sparrow no matinum de bois gospel. If you look at the world over,
right.
Yes, yeah, one sorry be a more record label. Plain Shakers Church, for instance, almost Australia. Maybe a bit me far. I think it's Hillsong, which belongs to Calvary.
Yeah, Bethel Music.
Exactly. And in a cacao. But why are you also not pushing for, say, some of these
mainstream record labels?
Yes. I don't know. Now,
me feel say, and sorry no knows the value of gospel music more. Because gospel music may not necessarily bring the monetary value, like a business-minded, only business-oriented, a profit-oriented labels. No, the church might look for other values. Those values may not be necessary. And the other labels, the church may be looking at impact in terms of what people get from the music, but the other labels may be looking at profit. But that's why I made me feel say if the church moves into it, it's much better.
Okay,
it's much better because the church will not be only looking for monetary value, but be looking for other values.
So me kasa bem say whether Benada na yawa da be saying entertainment review jumedi suana. I think keepers for you know common on me who say about the record label be on Martinia the other. Meaning from what you know, no, any insurance so dia who do so far be on be record label am fi say niji say me betimi aboa mo adwuma for how long na bia unim about they've been in existence the impact once me I can say insurance so be etimi nya adwuma etimi aboa na say dey for how long now unim about their existence in the system so far. Love
World Records has existed for over 10 years. sa record label na e blow Sinach.
Okay.
Sinach says see an share.
Okay, but that's Nigeria.
That's the Nigeria.
Okay, but okay, who the Nigeria? We are near about Ghana. I'm question about Ghana. But who the mamintio?
And so share the impact as Sinach nyom ameki in the lives of people. If we love world records, almost on as him. Emma Adiana Oyeno, scale up.
Okay.
Bibi sana yeshe.
Okay.
Ewa.
So far, send a tier. Nyawunim. Nyawate about the label because Nigeria and Fatuhuna or DMCCI. So ICGC, keepers, makers, any more car or bobo. So far, mobile, so be what so.
Early days yet, but last Sunday, Dr. Otabo invited me for
okay,
more album launch.
Right.
Altar music. Now group needing the city praise, Christ temple praise. Also for Edwin Datson and then a pound for Nedano. Now say early days impono. So we share time or year listening session no. And the number of media people, media persons that were at the listening session no. Any the clout of the people are more pulling to come and just listen to
the album
and give overviews and takes about the album. And Ukraino can tell you say the thing is about to break out because the kinds of people are more gathered for that listening session. Me who be me who one single gospel musician what me pulley all of these people.
Okay.
But when the church got involved, we saw the number of media persons they pull to.
You think that when the church got involved, say I saw them didn't know Jim. I say be I can say say oh yeah album listener. One more be try we kesi don't mean nyata microphone mo.
Debbie, I've done projects. I've been involved in gospel music for 7 years. And Nyamincha, I have connections and the links. But I have never been able to pull together all the people that were in that listening out.
Okay, so maybe session. Okay, so let's
I mean name gospel musician or Ghana or what's our clout
wait
to pull all the people I mean who were listening together.
Wow.
Me who be me who gospel musician or what's our clout
I wait me nyasa
independent na do a dime back
so because of ICGC I know
Baba, in Canada, Bible say one shall kill 1,000, 2 10,000.
I see.
There's a multiplier effect. Cloud to the bow. And that's what now again production no crown. Production. The level of production I mean who last Sunday Christ Temple East no. Me who be that organa.
Okay, Jina Homer Samba Sibio, Mamin Kwamano, so I'm Reverend Thomas Yossing, Ghanaian gospel minister, the gospel Yom to a Jumain, just a what you watch it. What you watch papa, Yaminipa, na Yanini Ninkomo Yanika Cransum Finance, Reverend Mwakaba, entertainment review series.
Oh, that's also a man.
Boy, make a crowd, however, and where the M say, na Harvest Chapel, and I am say, walk on me, boy.
Harvesters.
Oh, Harvest Church, still out that's so boy.
ICGC.
This year, the ICGC. Oh, okay. So that means near Kwasusi ya altar, is it altar temple na? Mo friend say, mo da na di na say no.
Encounter album.
Yeah. That means you nim who bibi. Oh, okay. Right. So and come on no age na say so no record label gospel nyum to fui idea my prayer say yes record label because so the nyam fa so mo so papa but the band say wo mo be boa mo a na akwa bibi e wo no say so na say nyam so the ne ye no say na hu no record labels ya wo mo bie
yo medasi mchia wetie for nya ne panel wo
tie for Joseph
me say a long overdue na was anka ya dada Because there are so many talents in the church. Many more there. And Nyamiadum na PSA no Ebebuama talent. Nkofo bebre. It's very, very good.
Sɛ woka sɛ ɛyɛ ade anka ɛsɛ sɛ dadaada koraa na wode toto ho te sɛ ebia na wofiri Harvest Church na ebia bibisa menyɛ sure sɛ no mo bibisa meboa.
Oh yeah, with my Great Provider album. It was produced by the church.
By the church.
Yeah.
But na ɛnyɛ sɛ ɛyɛ record label a ɔmahyɛ daa te sɛ
it was the first of its kind. Yes, I say yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm talking about the 90s.
Okay.
So,
okay.
Now that time, I'm sorry. The importance of that in the church. There are talents there. So how which my own thing. I think no.
Okay, so sanya wo kan mimu se o ensode no enhu mfaso e bia wo saa se bia asode bie te eye record label no de aboa nwotofo me ye sure se ensode no ne omuni man se okay o mo call machine an se o de obetwe akrade amerade tie bia no mo ye ba se ye ti company se de aboa nwotofo wo mu hunu se no so betumi aboa atwe akra
I can't the music which Marco Fibia won't mean for an country, we are won't mean the wonder as I is over. And a part of evangelism. Aside that, one warrior who is the one wapa it lifts up their spirit. And the word of God is the word of God. Whether you preach it, you sing it, or you recite it, it's still the word of God.
But Masembisa ne say ade more as abia gospel anyumtefo any obisi say reverend ni adwuma we di from Harvest Church now dia baby PICGC ade more catch them so the mo shede nya abotre mo chirichi mo say look ade we mfaso wo so ade we nso ye kwan a mfaso motimi atwe akra no ade amanyame se nya okase baby a enwum kra betimi ewura na bia na okase okanyame sem no even direct bi kra na ntimi ndu honum say mo hu mfaso se mfaso so na bia omo ano mo pese ombo senate
okay maminka say man saying catch the no me man saying na oko Bible school na the topic as church music is not being treated. Yeah. So you're treating what you are saying, treaty on their theology as of what you are saying to be general preacher, you understand and you know what you're talking about. Yeah. And those things, apart from Catholic and I think Anglican Methodist, where their Bible school curriculum, music, so they understand. That is why Methodist is a very strong church when it comes to music. And other churches, most pastors don't know anything about music. But the generation it's popping up. I think it's the step in the right direction. Yeah, and church A started, one church used to be B super started, C super started. So what happens is that talents are as on them they are only singing in the church. Now Now what will happen is that they will attach seriousness to the music they are doing. Now Dr. Otabel, he loves music. He understands and he knows what music is all about. I quite remember I said, "Me a Great Provider album." He invited me and he encouraged me and he was so happy. Yaba out with that album. So he loves it. I hear the call on me. I'm meeting they didn't come on what they want to do. And I said, yes, it's good. So I cited an example like Hillsong. With the Hillsong, darling, that was not new. No, sorry. Not our in pastor. In the human man or bar Sydney. The bar said no a backup podcast the bullet fee on also now she's known all over the world. She's been invited so many places and Yamiadum on also oil bless. we look at the Nigerian league, for example.
Sinash.
Yeah. It's the church that encouraged and exposed him. All over the world, we are being blessed by her music. But I think if all the churches will start talent a woman, also be one no platform. And you know, a bad one on so to me, a pijano basso. Yeah, so I think ICGC and all the churches, if we go into it, are so many talents. So many talents. I mean, now, a bit to me, I manage out of this.
So, Mimbusa Penya Unim so far, Abia, the ICGC, DM, Empono Abia, Harvest Chapel, Harvest Church, Nyomoye Mao, the great provider album, no. Dia teach you na ya nsode no eye is it just Abia one mama musika say okay well Faco studio ana say dia ni dia ba na bia wo mo label yo ma dia pa na bia mo ya ma eye anyomtufo
production no omo no mo take don't forget so number one you are being given a platform Abia one na mo no be am now na o to so what na just say Abia our time music and I think I'm here but they take charge of the production and also for instance the publication of the music. I quite remember say after the for instance the meeting with the press, you know, to unveil the album just with the press. Only press in Kasai and he was happy and was telling them that they also play a part of propagating the gospel, but playing it. Wow.
Yeah.
And I was so happy with the way he had dressed and attached the thing. I was so happy. And he went on, it's just the start. More and more will come. Not only with Christ Temple, but ICGC members, or you know, it can come and the production will come. At the end of the day, it's God that is glorified. And gospel is propagated throughout all the world, people's houses, cars, and everywhere.
Again, ebano enyum tua eya obi enebia wanwe ne japade watro enti ebia memfa se brofo we ka copyright ne ka ho enti nia wonim ene nia nsode ye se na tie minim se bia wo de eye ICG be case study who owns the right ebana sa so de ne yes okay well ye de boamo ana womuni omo chese na te
I know it's about you come out of this. I knew it. One says a copywriter. One says addition, they are composers royalty.
Yeah.
They are a
publishers,
producers royalty, and maybe an artist or something.
Yeah.
So, until when it goes there, this is how it goes. But you know, it's an example. I know ICGC will do the same thing. The royalties, the writer of the song will also get something. Well, in our church and also as the production house, you know, will also get something. So, but the core important thing is the exposure that is given to the musician.
Okay.
Also, remember now, if you all have say Pastor Edwin ODB first the charge, you know, with this, you know, once I was trying to say London for inviting me. Germany for inviting them. Where did they get a platform? Is from ICGC.
Yeah.
And Anka na intesa was on a too much going to Nayako. Why I do know. But now an opportunity has come for him to be exposed to the world. Through also you say the Moka Abu say the big rooms right everybody's next level is linked with something or somebody. Yeah. And I think as an artist, you know, like when we started, my mind was not on the money per se.
Okay.
But the exposure that has been given me in a plus. That's just on himself.
Sure.
So if the music is very good, who as an artist, so you get gigs somewhere.
Okay.
Without the platform, who know you? Yeah.
Well, so idea ye nkɔmɔ na kyerɛ sɛ hu ni sɛ ɛnyɛma bi sɛ yɛkɔ so sɛ nsɔre na hyɛ aseɛ wɔm de ɔmo ho gye nnwom to adwuma gospel nnwom to mi ɛbɛboa ma adwuma no mu atrɛ wahu.
Oh, nyame adom saa na bɛyɛ. Look at Alvin Slaughter. Alvin had to be a broken tabernacle, and that's where he was introduced into the world.
Yeah.
Also, other people also followed him. And we're all over the place. Let's take for instance, if RSS had not given me that platform or done that music, I'll be there and be singing the information and it was hard and maybe we did. Are you understanding me?
Yeah.
But the platform is always like maybe you see. People knew you because of the platform your TV radio authorities gave you.
Sure. Sure.
So everybody needs a platform. That is the first step. You may not think, you weren't thinking about money, but you were excited about the work. But then that door also has opened for you. Every door opens another door. Now, I encourage musicians and say, number one, it's good to have money, but don't let that be your priority. You do what you have to do for God. God knows what He has to do for you. Yeah.
But anyom to for no so hu ni say, and especially ya na mpre no, I am sure what to be instrumentalist no wo mo bo won sori say asofo ni nsori timu aden omu nim sika ne collection e ba kakra mo be wa ma omo no na no so de bia na chese mo pese o use o free on be to nyom no ni e ka no so to say yes e ka bibi kire nsori no me bo a
that's why I said in the Bible school curriculum, most of the pastors were not taught the importance of music. Me, I'm a lecturer in church music and worship. They weren't taught. But when I came to understand music in-depthly, pastors they had no knowledge. They used it to fill in the vacuum. People excited, no be there also some governor be so preaching. But now it's changing gradually.
Yeah.
It's changing gradually. And again, so it cannot change. So many people were singing and now they have stopped singing because why? Only Obia or Buano.
And suddenly more show.
Only Obia or Buano. Wow. But now it's changing gradually.
Okay.
God has a day and a way of exposing you. God also knows He will reward you by opening another door for you.
Okay. Reverend, that's it. I'm sure. Reverend Thomas Yosin, Ghanaian gospel minister. So studio no hanum saying so na ye ne ya kase brimpon gospel nyum tuni din komo me ba na mama wakakakra na masan ba minian mo a wo kan ho hanum saying kojokin atna say tile akua nipa and sami and so hanum saying so I guess what you Reverend Thomas you're saying near the kind minim say bia ensem no kan no bibia be kan ho a na me ntiu na me mra na minian mo nso am ye sure say o contribution ensem a bi on person de boa
I'm say Reverend yours na akani nyina de nyina nkamfu ano ye gidi say asori no get involved in gospel music. The first thing you be sure about record labels ni say they are involved in the production, promotion, and distribution of gospel music. And say a record label has to be 360. We are involved in the production and natural studio time. Musicians they have to take care of that. Now about distribution and baby the channels some the be distributing afa. They are involved in it. And the promotion. Sika de be shema pushi ajumana manako nenim. Na ushe music models na. Ebi how you can produce the artist can produce the project. Why production in area. Distribution ebi a they go online digital platforms so. But baby sika no pudu nim share pa no. Promotions no. Now, because the artist can promote the work, Sika involved no nyantino na at work and academy. Now, sorry no, muscle to push through all these three processes. To say a typical record label, when it comes to profit sharing, there and the systems are regulated split sheets near there. And TMGD says will be worked at. And our record labels so no a French yes sign say na ye de to apa edwaso e de ama ye be yesi ama ni nyina be agree agreement and ayeko na sorry no edi all of these resources are shared e blew the thing up. And TMGD say the church's involvement no e be bo akwan bebre so.
Well, I guess bring pon gospel nyumtini. Well, yeah, Bible we in common. I'm sure say we'll ask him if there's any latest work as he's here he's involved with and in be this account. But send him D2 John Kojokin Wahanam saying Tilly Kenipa and Same. So I say Tilly for microphone and I'm into you. Gospel, any record label see and come here cause you meet you.
Mechia will be out. Happy Easter New Year, but we are still here. Okay, I think one of the good things matter about the gospel fraternity. I mean, recently, it's not even recent. Gospel musicians, the cloud with me, pulley Emma auditoriums, above so my baby at church. The church was not getting involved. Now may say that they will seize this moment. So it is good for the industry. But a bit of reservation. I don't think the church is ready for this at all. Because it's not just about Sikana. It's about the fact that the people, the church, they don't understand the importance of creatives. And that is the first barrier. I was saying with me breaky. Yes, someone breaky. I say most of the problem, but most of it from the top. And I down no. Very.
What's me? Okay, Jana, we must ask a question. Be. As someone tell you can say, and so they didn't take creatives as say. Masem bisane say as gospel nyumtini say na ofi say company no omo enrane no womo nya no te say nia womo beye te say sa akode amachi dede kodwentwi ana momo die no because we nyame adwuma na mo ye no nti said Niamesisa. Okay, so the question is the way I name as record label, mainstream record label you're running on. San Pepe and Musu say yes. In Saudi Amoti record label, they should run it like that.
I mean, maybe with the mainstream record labels now, there are different models to it. And gospel record labels, so there are models that have been tried and tested. Bethel music, Hillsong music, elevation music, models be I had tried and tested over the years. I work for the church. To say the church doesn't value artists, no, I would differ on that point. Creatives. Yeah. I would differ on that point. I'll differ on that point because I've also seen churches who value creatives a lot. There may be certain churches they don't put value on creativity. They may but there are other churches who place a lot of prominence on creatives. Well, and media, if you ask me, change your environment. If you feel you are not, you are not appreciated, they don't see your value. Change your environment and go to a place where you are valued and you are respected as a creative.
Tilly, to us, meet you.
Yes, so as I was saying, even if you pay assembly free as they buy normal Ghanaian societies, the most of the people they are the core of the church, they don't understand the creative world. And this time they have the backings of the Holy Spirit, backings of the scriptures to back their hypocrisy and their conservativeness. And it is going to be 10 times harder unless that idea no more about creatives is broken down for it to come to a level where everybody feels. Oh, sorry if we need it.
Okay, I found out in
Rappenny, me, I have a degree in design from Tech.
Okay.
I have an MPhil in communication from University of Education Winneba.
Okay.
I'm doing my PhD in communication in University of Education Winneba.
Okay.
But I'm a creative in church.
Okay.
It's an issue of positioning. Well, sometimes the way our critics no be positioning here, it gives people the audacity to look down on us.
Okay. So quite fast I will turn hono.
I
don't know only pa kono so beto.
Sir.
Okay.
Eddie, so you're creative now or be looking down on you. One position who ye.
Check our brabo.
Check your brabo.
Sana tie.
Even if you no, baby I will free no. Un position who ye into my main person be creative.
Today krama di agro not Africa for no say one man banasa.
Exactly.
Well, Tilly, I don't know.
I don't agree with him because or handle issue no as an individual, as in we are creative now on value. I'm talking about the understanding of creativity here our side of the world, which is Ghana. Hano, it has fallen short. And no, the core problems are Emma.
Since when? Because even now the appreciation of creatives is big. Now,
let me give you a typical example.
Because actually na me fee say first pa na nko man for who say when we say akohwifo.
Let me give you a typical example.
People respect.
Let me give you a typical example. Ya Hana say na even delay was on a platform where a child came to her and said so person go school kwaye your friend is saying don't define that, and then there was a time of ridicule because in the core of Ghanaians, no, we don't think that even though we see all the flashes and all the glamour and things, most of our mothers, no, they don't see this as work.
But that does not define how a Ghana for. And now we go say so funny papa go say bia.
No, make Ghana. As I make as Ghana for deep down Ghanaians or the average Ghanaian na ebia only exposed to momo side of the work, and I say what we do here no, they don't understand the work. They only say enyum there say enyum dey obi anim to so for crab we get to say na say enyum there yenya also for bia feel so or music talent.
I think or skew the thing to make it seem like church no and value arts or creatives. If you say Ghanaians don't value creatives, I will escalate it and even bring it to the secular, system and look at people like Black Sheriff, Sarkodie, Shatawale. You don't think that they inspire a lot of people?
Now, if OBM will cry, Faba so because OBM my said you can cry. So they found brass. But let's say that there are other sides too.
But I don't know. Send a young chimu bebre no. I don't know. Is that the position? Sana Ghana for who say woman mwanyum to phone.
Oh yeah. Nyanyum to phone and make creative. Obia even woman we drama. Sorry, they are not. The same level of importance is not put on them like that. I don't know. But all the same, if you don't want to accept, I mean, when are you creative and that's how your church treats you? What is the conversation now moving forward? Is it that you the label there or more in the church? No, you have to be a member of the church before they give you that talent. Even though say maybe more Pentecost for NTA, but when say more talent. Are you going to work with me? And now I must change and be with this particular denomination before you support.
Now, said the said now where I keep us for, but now almost say for sorry, and I yes, I'm kind.
Wow, boy. Also, are they ready for the business
so
side?
I imagine say ICGC for the Omoye.
It's for
I'm sorry, and I'm they helping the people.
Of course, they'll give preeminence to their members first.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
very like that.
and that's why I say ocean or environment,
You know what change it? And tell me how here mwana. Na ICGC.
Okay. So what you say?
And I keep us.
Of course.
And I make us. And I no.
Are you aware that there's a behavior side of label? because now we cut 360, which means
Yeah.
say the total well-being of the artist to make sure say they are able to produce and
Or
things,
can you
no?
cheat? Remember, come
Hey,
for
sorry. So artists, the whole union, the artists about
Omusu
Omusubai,
no ban,
all those things, the talents, no for talents now, Nisubai, send your presenting and when you are daddy. Is it something that Musha Ebeboa like the church is considering factoring in to make sure say because the Black Sheriff Negro for Bomudunia, they also have a behavior side the label is dealing with.
Of course.
Is the church ready?
Why not?
Are you sure?
And the church no ensign labels, they are dealing with that already. The church is not putting up labels. They are dealing with members who are, who is better positioned to deal with behavioral issues than the church.
Yeah.
And to me feel say recently the issue be about one artist be or record labels be so America. And or Cody in some phone be. And a label now say you were free label is so. They sack the guy. Well, me feel say label no crab bema. As SS is beer gospel musicians no because yes I bet you atadea obesha what the be photo shoot nasa we call eventer a kind of atadea obesha diako you bet you baby obeko ni baby wonko as a gospel musician.
Okay.
It no maybe about gospel musicians no near the crown.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, but I still stand with my point. So there's a certain conversation that comes with running talent, creative musicians, and then some music mass be a comua the church is not ready for. Even as we are sitting here, conversation be at that table.
Now they're not by force. Who they say they know they show them come by force.
Let me pick the thing from the church and bring it to table of men. Yeah, Obinate money when you can't they represent the church on the platform. Obinate is against the fact that a gospel artist will feature a secular artist. So what is the business side of it? Are you ready for that conversation?
Do you think that the church is not?
No sack say I will jump on this one. It's your posterity.
Now, why do you think say the church cannot blow artists by themselves?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Why do the church need
Celestine
like,
Donko featured Efia? They are two blown artists, or may blow, but it was a problem because someone like Obinate does not understand.
And Obinate is not the church.
But there are people like that who know the entertainment industry are in the church and they inform these decisions in a label for a church.
Okay.
Let me give you a very also I know that Obiti say Kojo entry atunyomo ICGC pen. Do you know that? Yeah. And this is ICGC setting up a record label. You see, the organization I setting up record label. Almost core values, what they believe in, ever reflected on what the label believes in. Well, sorry, may not open up to their artists featuring secular artists near there. But it's their belief, it's their core value, and I believe say everybody must stick to what they believe.
But I by force, so say
by force.
And by force, gospel you be feature secular. And yeah, no define some microphone. I mean, you come here that way. I think
Obi Bese Obi and Hochi for some pakodo. This is a good news, and I think say and sorry na Omasha say yes ano yembo mabaso na encourage you say omo bekoso atok akoso aye na rakasi niema bi ohonuma I think say it doctrine niema bi ohonuma emwa ekwan bi so. Because I believe, say, an independent artist say,
okay, you meet you.
I can city hey. Yeah, man say, or Pambo didn't behave there. Or better my to the South Fair, I can say. But let's see, church record label artists. We can say maybe a pastor cry or Philly or Pambo. My artist, Ninko. You see, that is the business, and it's not business. Business, and all your own.
No, Sammy, now can memoir concept, but Mpese, your day and 72 baby. One can record label, no. A woman say record label, no fear. So I didn't know, you know, you are personalizing it by, we can't personalize because you say, so for new filia. So for no, is it Yantias and say, so for no record label, Nana?
And as also, my brother Crack can say, the belief of the church, you know, but
belief of sorry, different from pastor. Different from pastor.
That's on that one. To me, I think say the way a Christopher division way muno. I do baby I man maybe
chemu say
because of doctrine. Let me use doctrine as a way doctrines be brain
I say GDA
how when yanji way ni yenye say when you way and you see gospel artists no omo honum so be di djuma ma Christopher nyina that's my
but Sanya na akase chemu no osum no wo gidie bi ni niam bi a omo eye omo gidie and na wo say you are part of osum. So first of all I think say wo ni gidie wo sa sum no mu a okopede
ogidi na wo ho but yes, so, your church ye brother see churches bebrebe sorry bebrebe ni sorry bebrebe nka
so no but first of all to say bia uti awai ni locks wa so dia woko e bia gidie ni say ye locks nti first of all we rem no ana okay you say there be be kata otri ho untimi mfa otri ho say mfa mba so it's either you are doing it na wonye
and I make sure say brackesi yanko trust him no more yesu ne tujini bi ko tujini bi ho no eni ni ko dining ye pipia. See the church was saying say yesu abomusuo me wan so no these are the people onunti obaye enti no the problem is that as so if I say could you can sorry ABC wa bonnum kama the whole Ghana be kind I hear the dead
gospel you
am sorry udeti
gospel
say bia another be kind obonnum mama Christopher nyina obi eye but you see because church record label ntino ebia a church B wants to invite an artist no to perform there ye be mane nko
makes business sense.
I can say Boamia.
Me cite example, but I think it's about 2016, 2015. Now fena menyom Crazy Love na a blow. Na I winning me Africa Gospel Music Awards.
Yeah.
Our UK. Na nyom na a big pa. Na menya DB was South Africa. The label was based in South Africa.
Okay.
And now they pushing money for me to record an album.
Okay.
For them. Now I'm with the contract in the Bremen. Territories are na ekovano. Na Ghana nim. So we sign a contract. They tell you the territories are there no ekova.
Okay.
Now me share territories na.
And also to Ghana.
Me so me a Ghana nim. Ghana need territories. And I'm a friend Dube. Guy now, yeah. I live in Ghana. Now then I'm territory Ghana name. Now I'm the man no. I'm saying the country no. Systems in Yajuma want to mean royalties or hamame. It's you know. Se me pade dia men sania. Me pedia. Me nji sade ni 2 months no.
Yeah.
My sign contract no.
Okay.
I didn't enter into that agreement.
Yeah.
We are artists who enter into any contractual agreement.
Yeah.
Adena would no. It should fall in line with what you believe in.
Yeah.
We will call values. Say me say na mejidie. Musi say. And then you move from myself pankodo.
Yeah.
me pass empower. You know, me say you have the liberty. And now, what the way our labels here started use one? They've started with their own people who believe in their omumuji, you know.
Yeah.
And he said, "What sorry say?
Menko.
Aha menko ha.
Hoko ye de.
Wo say aha na mekwa.
Mekwa sorry, you know man ko.
Any ejaya de no neko ho.
Omo
court. When you court asem, when you court asem bia.
Legal side, this is to say.
No, but
There don't be legal issues.
But I don't know, say enya chinchin. I mean,
enya chinchin ba me de me hu say the problems beba.
Oh, that be
beba because definitely artists ni bi ntimi perform or churches no bi. No there it's a must. Say ye mo nko. Secondly, record label aba for church. A church in India. I believe said there are secular musicians in the church. Some of the churches. I am expecting say church be investing or musumupi because secular songs akwabwa tete record level so me record level so Ghana na me share record level so Ghana no problem now
links was
obo hiding
no more gospel back home. I'm crying. Say, I'm sure I'm to secular.
Bobby Cow.
Links. I got.
One more time.
Bueno,
I am the Sao start a big band anyway. When I'm the problem now, I'm facing the same thing. And a secular musicians no face. Record labels paying our console. So why? What's the management? Record label. I get management. Bobo become me right.
Na so mo mu ni ba ko kra.
Omu ni happy.
So Sami,
Zalofon na maguno no. Zalofon ba maguno. Akwabua sorry. Akwabua nyuma wa yenso asofofo nyina didi do. Elders ni omu nyina mu didi do ye fa twa akra edidi do
na de don kan ho wo betimi de asori nyom wo betimi de asori nyom anyamo yire ya fa to enti eye say yanyi mu nti no mesre asori ne record labels ni say the secular musicians omo to nyansanyom
ba ka kire omo
ana me kan
kwa say mo kwa asori amon kan kire asori na mo kono mo ati record
e ko ma na ye da ma so for this year
asofo a omo invite secular musicians.
That's what I'm saying.
Me omo ye da mo invite
why na gift ya do e ko perform wo assignment to the world. What are you saying? Mama mu mian trust dem asema me kire say
corporate Ghana cry event sir. Secular musicians and come the gospel musicians back up baby.
But the moment I mo best start I recognize your friend say secular na nya obi a Bible kasa fa en kasa mfa secular song or kan yansanyom or kan enyum bebrebe ya mo bo gospel kwa wo.
But ni asameke akase ento asum. Say asode na ati record label.
Sorry.
Any ati record label. And I'm so me kwa asode wa. Me yanyum tuni. Enti se record label no for your idea. Enti she na benefit ana
and asoro no ni focus in saying discrimination. And yet discrimination. The whole year no doesn't fall in line with the beliefs. The you can't say
Argentina
the belief the vision of the church.
So no fall in line with the
church. Me kwaye dia me disbelief na me dey offering bad dia mo dey time
one cancer so koye
sakawana de ba o ka che so
yen na ya one
cancer so for sakawana
yen na ya kra dabio yen na ya
kra na ba ebia dama bi on bedroom
almost say the church record label for the church
gospel for church
gospel
church music
yam fa meye asoko gospel asonyo near the year yam fa nya asoko dabi church music asore jom
kojoke
wa say tutu awon money
akesi asemu mami ti
Ni jesem cause yeah quite sorry I fought through the chess system no. It has been one of the main issue they be near can wasem say I saw for any sorry no emwa anyum to four and enyum to ya dia untimi nyi fra sorry no. We have some pastors or person or ye juma now enyum to amamu a untimi enye juma but they be no ya omo understanding how on be support to edin amen ne kura sorry bebre no amunya instrumentalist in poma omo bebre na so omo tete anyomtofo na do certain level omo anyia ka omo ho be banfa so no hwim na omo senko because omo for mani nkom ho enye obi ano na che de na sese etena Sunday mo ho ebi mu wa se kwa bonten na dodo emo mani ji won gone are the days na asofo bi wo adwen se me boa nyomtini no be kese a obeja me ho akọ enu ti no omwa na waka Sunday mo ho emom na omo frɛ omo invite ada nyomtofo omo ya kese na omo be abajisika pipidi na omo de kɔ mi ho anso omo so mo wo talent anka omo di omani kɔ mo ho a ebetimi aya kese eba eye music gospel music management I think the church need to take center hold of it ko church no so wo enkrofo omo so mo nimdeɛ wo nwom to adwuma mu a omo santi the spiritual aspect of it no ehun na say over here we are losing the gospel culture no in terms of content message and other things because now no enkane na nka hwa anyum to fo omo ye gospel daughters mo omo didi asofo binum ase ye mo ntete eti se omo to nyum na otimi se nyum no abawom by nay some of the gospel musicians in a bit to understand modern trends I dey promoting music no omo de omo ahyehyɛ niam bi mu a ense emfata enti akase di kanka say enye some they won't look at business enko a eno ne yebeka che say go and sing like this kotro enum bi say te say ne yehu secular mo say ene we na afrobeat na woso enti to afrobeat so your high life kra na onim afrobeat to except chinchina achia because we are looking at business. But gospel, you better say, echo safe. Don't forget about your message, your spirituality. How I'll be manager who are bonting in United. It is high time, say, church no be take centerhood. Send on bet me, I'm managing a year on my bra bono aside a year business aspect. No, it's immediate a manager some say, BBC about because you are born, but church say, support it and church and also. Is sustainable in terms of finance. No? It is highly sustainable because see the bones will grab a sequel every single say and then yeah to afford their support a church music na record label na on bet me funding send a boy individuals be and yanti on within will be church no enya dia on bet me aka say ye ready a record label e be a funding ebe your problem because they have so many sources on bet media sustain your more abua project anum to fema on betimi aye de on person me bia send ye promote gospel music no woniema bia wontimi mfam emfa secular style no embechim ye woniema bia secular artist te say sa stunt beef ne sa ne mani bi won ma omo be ye the accepted ones channels for but antics bi ni ma secular for ni bi ye church gospel for ni entimi nye sa ne ma no ena make us be say tina make us e bi mo ho a untimi nye den emfa ho nkohye but ene ye hu say gospel for ni bi correct medium frefra sa ne ma ni bi and say church ni ba sa ne ma no nyina to betwa and as a church no mo ye shepherd and shepherd no nwantin na e de ahye mo nsa no esese mo hwese mo behwe mo so ene o ma kyede a nyankopon e de duo mo mu na obo say almost 70% of secular musicians no bebre na sha say fra sorry and but I say DNT no mo free asori call baby o mo we
asema mi kan wo say talent ekuta ni nyoma wa bo be kind is sorry to be sign wo na wan share na ye wa Ni atamu pɛw.
Come on, some
Na
different.
fe who ye musician do ye example.
My cousin, right? Maybe a church boy to what? 70% ni now who no mu din come say o me sha say fra sorry dey na ma o mo koy esan say odu ba bi o hu say ma chede anyina esese ekwa abonte no asori na mfi no eti okuhie obi na okase o talent na mom no me untimi into gospel no esese wo ye enyum we high life and asa okoye secular and sikanim ya be ka chiro sikanim enko eti say me dim sika be show mu dia to way now and the church no
okay
some of the leaders will answer because say musanya mu hu say omo braboni bi keka omo ho no san krofo na omo nyina kom no say nyame amoa omo na omo hwere omo nkwa asori na omo sha ase no ebebu se
well I can say so obi can say WhatsApp CCR then in terms of ejuma ebianyum BB any project this year VGA me say
no this year man
calendar year
last year was my follow year.
Okay,
last time I released
I didn't know when you
I was getting ready to sign a new deal, so right now I'm signed to Wings in UK.
Okay,
now there was another contract and any
record label.
Okay. No, it's a distribution deal. Not 360.
All right.
And the Wings is getting ready to release my first project with them called Bountiful. On the 24th of April.
Okay.
This month, 24th,
right.
They release a new project. Now I recorded a whole album. Hopefully by the end of July, the album will be out.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice one. So the single with Wings on 24th April, number Bansana.
24th.
Then July, now the album.
Yeah.
Okay.
And likely Krasabia two more singles be drop before the album.
Godspeed. Wish you well.
Thank you.
A bouncing between our boy Pum, anything, any help between me and then we also do our bits.
That's it.
Sammy, then I'll be just your crowd.
Me dear. Kwadwomu na me bompaye say good news ya baby beso obi ti say kwadwo so cause ubo be kind na nche say enye gospel as e dey but ede say obi ti say kwadwo e betima sign no na yaboa this is a good news and I'm hoping say e betimi aboa ama apija a lot of gospel musicians, especially the upcoming ones, no. Na aboa ti yedamase yeda church no so ase.
Tilly, bibi adwe chato.
Yeah, I think this thing, no, whether or not you were differences or your understanding be whatever it is, no, I think it's a good thing because they need it. The support system now, artists stay here, no. We push it for the artists, so why not the gospel artists too? So as long as they are able to manage it and find their own way of making it work, I bet boa artists no aboa sorry now. Why not? It's something I'm for. Yeah, they should go all out, but they should also be ready. Say assembly a touchima. You be kawa.
Kojokin.
Yeah, me shira asofo na omo at criticize this record labels no. Omo dream omo sorry man ho. Na se edu baabi no mu ni animdefo a omote adwuma nase a ma bibia nsi omkwan se ombe extended to omo mainstream music business na omagi animde omo hu ne se we mu de omo nye ayifo na omo empower on resource people because general knowledge ne de ho ti ombe timi tap into sad knowledge no omo de build omo crofo no na omomwana sa culture na emri bi na ewo gospel mu no ensamra bi nko ase na no de bebre na omonam over the bar
Kojokin Otenenka Tilly Kianipa and Samuel sorry me do masi papa akese brimpon gospel nyomtuni area studio no hanu say God willing we're back again with Entertainment Review Thursday. Akasima be dunum na no me sambo be sambo akamu yawada. Tomorrow, God willing. And kwa hodin wo ha be say shia catch me if you can on NIT FM 100.9 in the morning. Salamat Pinto time it is Jumediana yeah the brave one. Peter Square on social media. Kwesi Abua Jimmy Dean.
You gotta be clear right.
You can call me about with the Constable Bro till 6. Grateful as always. Who knew what Jimmy Dean? You know what I'm saying? One to me can
I've heard them so many
make call.
till I know by